Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic: hate versus humility. Hate versus humility, right? Have you ever heard of the word misogyny and misandry? And we're going to break that stuff down today. We're going to talk about all this gender wars business that we got going on. Hate versus humility post. And boom. All right. So if you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. So let's talk about this. Now, personally, as a woman, okay, as a woman, there has been times on this show, we are on episode 185, child. We've been here for a little bit. All right. There have been times when I have been on this journey and I thought it was going to go away. I'm like, I started the journey like, what's wrong with all the men? And then when I start uncovering what was really going on, and I was like, oh, is that what's happening? Okay. I feel like I abandoned the whole Nigerian accent for the British accent. Excuse me, guys. But anyway, it's probably just a phase. I was on the highest of highs at some point, feeling like maybe I was falling in love. Sometimes I was just wanting to be in love, and other times I just respected men on a whole other level, right? A different level than I've ever had because I finally start listening to the men. So to me, I was like, oh, is that how you guys see things? I I think that women, we just are trained to see it one way. If you would ever decide to see what the other side is saying, right? The men have a thing when you tell them something, okay? I have the secrets of the men, okay? If you listen to me, you will find out, okay? She's back. Nigerian Ruth is back, all right? So um they have a thing when you tell them a sob story. This is how you know if he's like a like on the side of the men of the women. Like he want to know what did you do? Anybody ever say, well, what did you? And any man ever ask you, what did you do? You was like, oh, he cheated on me. Oh, he hit me. Oh, and then the guy was like, did you do anything? Like, what did you do? Or they're just like quietly waiting for you to take accountability of the stuff that you did, and it never happens. Sometimes we don't say what we did wrong. We just say what he did, right? I was just watching Love Is Blind last night, and I was like, oh my gosh. Um, I just saw it in real time. She just left everything out of what she did, and she went straight to the guy. And he did this to me, and he did that, and that's the bottom line. We just bullet pointed. He did it, okay? The bullet point hashtag he did it, okay? And men don't do that. They want to see, they want to hear both sides of the story. Sometimes it's no point in hearing the other side, but still, they're just like, still something there. But us as women, we have to admit. I want women who are accountable, women who are there. They can admit they're wrong. You know, when I look up the definition of humility, it I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more later, but it just says admitting that you don't know everything, right? And that you have the other side has something to teach you. So, do you know what that conclusion would leave me with? I was watching a gender reveal, and she had two balloons that were blue, and pink, or whatever. And I thought, what happened? I thought, what happened? I was like, oh, so it was one left. So you must deduct that is the gender. So it's called deductive reasoning. It's called this is all that is left to believe. Okay. So we have to understand that. I forgot where I was going. My bad. Um, we have to understand that sometimes we're wrong, and that just means that the other side is right. I know. It's crazy. Men can be right sometimes. Don't send the gunners for my head. Like Kanye said to Jay-Z, don't send no shooters for my head, okay? Women, sometimes men can be right. And when you have a problem admitting that men can be right sometimes, when you have a problem, oh, they left. When you have a problem admitting that your partner can be right sometimes, like you understand that your partner is a reflection of you. So when you're in an argument and you're like, oh, you're just the dumbest person in the world, but that just reflects the fact that you're dumb for picking them, sis. Am I crazy? No, it's true. So we have to understand that the hate that we are putting out there, we're gonna get that back. And that's part of ooh, hey, how are you? John. He said, hey, it's relationship time, finally, Riley. So I'm just talking about how us as women, we can't admit when we're wrong. And that was the first thing that I had to that's when I really was starting to show where it's like women can say sorry. Like we can. We don't want to, but we can't. All those things lead to a lack of humility. We prideful. Why? I want to figure out why. I want to uncover why we're so prideful. Maybe it's because they told us that we were princesses in the Disney fairy tale and that the prince needs to get himself from being an ugly frog to becoming our prince. Right? Is it me? He needs to figure it all out and then come save you. And now you got an attitude because your shoe, you like, where? I'm walking around with one shoe, sir. I'm Cinderella. Come save me. Come do what I need you to do. Not understanding that relationships is you don't come to get served. You come to serve, right? Serve or be served. So I have been at a place where I was high with men, like what my belief system was with men. Because at first it was a very poor, like, listen, let me tell you what this Negro did, right? And then little by little, I was like, okay, taking some responsibility for myself. And I was like, you know what? The ones that really want a woman and, they're working hard and they would love to find a good woman, they really are sweet. They really are understanding. I was like, oh, I just picked the crazy one. I was telling my therapist, like, I just seem to have picked. I have a good record of picking the most difficult people that I could have found. I just felt like I like a challenge, right? Not anymore. All right. But anyway, so sometimes we do that in the beginning. We're like, oh, we can change them. John says, me too. I'm trying to tell you, the good guys got the same problems as the good girls. The good people have similar issues. That was one of the biggest revelations. And I was just like, no, the old me would have been like, no, John, like y'all are y'all are the ones doing causing all the problems and making all the mess, right? And quietly, not out loud. But in reality, men get screwed over by women all the time. They just not on internet talking about, I can't believe you did that to me. They'll send me a DM though, black eye. I'm like, Lord, why you letting her do that? And they're like, I'll be back there though. I don't understand y'all sometimes. So yeah. All right. So then I've been at the lowest of lows with men. I was just like, you know what? Try to give y'all a chance. Just try. And I remember, like, look, I still, in general, have love and respect for the men. But sometimes some of the ones you think are they're the wolves in sheep clothing. They make you want to hate them again. I'm sorry. We started, we said, yes, we do, right? We started good. We forgave. I think that we all need to be, the women just need to be born again with the men, okay? Raise your hand, ladies. I'm a woman, and I forgive all the men for stuff they ain't do, but then my exes did. All right. Okay. Now ask the Holy Spirit come live in you. Okay. Because you need to forgive. You need to forgive. I didn't say forget and go back to that person. Forgive, let it go, and move on. I think every person should get a clean slate when you're starting a new relationship. That's the best way to do it. If you cannot give them a clean slate, you're at fault. You didn't fix your stuff. You want to enter something new with old, like with dirty clothes on, pretty much. You didn't wash, your clothes dirty, and even you're wrinkled and everything. And you talking about take me as I am, here I am. You really think you that popping? Let me tell you something for all the girls that think, because I was watching Love is Blind, for all the girls that think that they're just the prettiest girl in the world. Cut it out. You're not the prettiest girl in the world. Do you know, like, if we're the fairer sex, that means there's a ton of pretty girls in the world. And then if you look at another part of the world, they even get prettier and prettier. Some places you just don't want to go with your mate, right? Don't you dare go to Brazil. Like, come on, sis, right? Right? Don't go to certain places because they're going to look exotic and pretty to the guys that's there. They're like, we probably be the exotic ones, but you know how that goes. There's plenty of pretty people. So stop thinking that you're the only beautiful. I just had to say that because even if I'm pretty, it's other women that's more pretty than me, and the ego. And it was like the girl was just like she was mad because the girl was hotter than her that her boyfriend or fiance almost picked, and then she was being insecure and feeling ugly. And I was like, that's a double whammy. First of all, you prideful, thinking that you're the best looking one and you're not. And then second, you have low self-esteem. So now you're making the man, you're beating him over the head because you think you're ugly. Jamaica, right? I know. Don't tell me you're so dry. Don't tell. We ain't going to Jamaica. We ain't going nowhere. Nah, I'm cool. I'm very secure. And that's what the girls couldn't understand on the show Love is Blind. It's like, yeah, he didn't get the hottest girl, but he picked the girl that he had the personality with. And every time the guys, you know, some of y'all shady, the shady ones went back was like, you know, you're the hottest, right? Pretty much. That was the conversation. Y'all got to watch it. Love is Blind had me crying, laughing, and dying all at the same time. So um he's basically the guys that could it was only the guys that's like the hot guys, right? It was like, yeah, you know me and you should have been something, right? He's like, you know you hot. Then they never had a good conversation with those women because they were not compatible. So two hot people does not equal a good couple. And so for me, I had to come to the realization personally, like, listen, I told one of my exes too. I said, first of all, second of all, you get out your feelings is what I said because you said I wasn't supposed to be in my feelings. So I was like, you would never find. Okay, mind you, blocked on everything, so I had to email this back to him because he was in his feelings. He wanted to send me a long 4-page letter, and he said he don't want me to catch feelings. You catch your feelings, sir. You would never find another friend like me. Okay, that's cool. I basically said you may find because he was younger than me. I said you may find a hotter girl, but you'll never find. I think it was like 4 categories, and I was like spiritually, financially, but you know, nice to you, like all this stuff I was naming. So I was like, go ahead, go get them, cause you still calling me about how crazy they are. Go ahead, go do that. And that was like the rubber stamp to say be confident in just not in your looks. See, because you think your value is in your looks. I miss y'all because I'm just going down all these topics today, and then we ain't even getting started. Your value, women, is not in your looks. Your value, men, is not in your wallet. Take away the looks. What else you got? I never stood on looks. I stood on my intelligence, right? And my humor, apparently. I didn't know. I was like, listen, stop cracking. Stop, Ruth. Right? I was like, I know. Yeah, I never was told, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. I wasn't given princess treatment, and that was a gift for me. So it wasn't until I was older where I was realizing where I stood. Um, and men, your value is not in your wallet. So if women were smart, I'm going in today. Women were smart, they take money off the table and they look at all your other qualities and say, you know what? Like, how do we get along? Because when you think about Love is Blind, they don't tell you how much money that person make. They make an emotional connection first. Looks is out, money's out, all of that stuff is out. They make that emotional connection and then they try to build a relationship off of that foundation. He said, yesterday a girl told me I was nice but too old. Well, how old was she? No, she don't understand. Well, okay. Well, what's the age difference? If you don't want to tell your age, what's the age difference? Because I mean, I tell guys, listen. To be fair, it's a 15-year difference. He says they won't do that. To be fair, right? The age difference be crazy for the women though. They be 30 years like trying to like, hey Ruth, what's up? I'm like, bro, come on. 67, cut it out. Right? 67, 53. Those are too old for me, sir. I mean, I could do it, but I don't have to, so I won't. And that's probably where they stand. They're in their 20s, or she was in her 20s or 30s, and she just feel like she can get younger dude, hotter dude, whatever. That's where they stand. But if she was looking for a husband, she would probably open her eyes to an older man, just not a certain age when it comes to the well, when it comes to me. He says I'm 49. She was 37. Well, John. Okay. Well, if you want me to go in, if I would say no to 49, only because um, that's too close to 50, and if you still want a child, for me, if you still want a child, um 45 and up. This is just my experience. 45 and up is like, why would I have a kid? Why? They don't want no kids, right? So if you were to get married and y'all have a child together, that would be off. So I'm 38. He said, go in. Yeah. So I was like, I probably even would have if I would have found somebody 49 and amazing, I still would have went for it. But 50, I was like, I'm drawing the line. I can't do it. Yeah. Yeah. And they be talking about retirement and all that. And the guys in their 50s, they have more money, so they feel like I'm 50 and I'm balling for like you're also close to retirement, sir. So leave me alone. Or the ones I ran into. He said, I don't want kids. I don't want kids. I don't have any kids. Does she want kids? See, that's the thing. If she don't want kids, then that would be fine. Yeah. But yeah, it was some people that it could have worked. Could have worked, but I just chose not to go that route. I wanted to build. All right. So yeah, that being said, I don't know how we got down that rabbit hole. But hey guys, how are you? How are you? If you're on here, say something, say what's up. All right. So with that being said, um, yeah, I've had lows where I had to do the show and I was really mad at y'all guys. I ain't gonna lie. She has to. She didn't want no more. See, that's you're looking at how many she had, but what does she want though? Because she might want another kid. People do that to me all the time. It's like, oh, you have four. One guy's like, I have five. You have four. Great. I was like, that is not the end of the story, sir. I wanted to have another kid. Right? So he was like, why? And that's exactly why 45 and up is too old for me. Oh, she didn't want no more kids. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know why she said it to him. She probably thought she was hot stuff. Yeah, that happens. It's okay. She probably wasn't the right one because honestly, when somebody likes you, they make exceptions. All right. Yeah. So it was very. It was. I ain't gonna lie, and I told you I was being honest with you guys. Like, listen, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not too hot on y'all right now. In general, I respect y'all, but y'all getting on my nerves. So the hurt that you feel and experience with the opposite sex will make you not like none of them. That's real. I understand it, but that only could be temporarily. That should last for the breakup period. That should not be like, oh, now I hate all of y'all. All of y'all didn't hurt you. All of the women did not hurt you, sir. All of the men did not hurt you, woman. Woman, I love when they say woman. It's to get on it's to get under my skin when they say woman, but now I love it. I swear. All right. See, I just get giddy when I say guy stuff. When guys be like acting masculine, I just like, yay, you did what? You told her what? You will be respected. You better say that. You put that bass in your voice. I say you better go on, be masculine. It's getting hot in here, right? So that's just how it is. Um, so what is misogyny, right? It's the feeling or showing or characterized by hatred of prejudice against women. Okay. Everybody's saying misogyny, but do you really know the definition? That's the definition. You feel the feelings, the showings, the characteristic of hatred, meaning you hate women or you're prejudiced against women. What is a prejudice, right? A prejudice is a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience, which is very, very weird because a lot of men operate on reasoning. A lot of men operate on reasoning. So it's a reason why they say the things that they say. I'm not saying they're all right. I'm just saying women are more likely to be prejudiced based off this definition because it's not a lot of women speak on things they never experienced. A lot of women speak on things they have never it's just it's not based on reason. We're not based on our reason, and we're based on our how we feel about it, our emotions. So that is why it's tricky, and we're going to talk more about misogyny. Now, misandry, okay? Misandry is the hatred of men. This is more clear cut, black and white for me than ever. The hatred or the prejudice against men. If I say anything bad about women, right, then we're scared that they're going to get canceled and we can't say that word, you know, but it we can't say that word, but literally if you say hashtag kill all men or I hate men, it's okay. I want you to think about that. When it's okay to do one thing to one sex, but not okay to do it to the other sex, right? With the idea of they can take it because they've been dishing it. But they all haven't been dishing it to you, ma'am. It's like you walk past this long line. It's like 100 men in line, right? You walk past all the good ones. You want to go right to the top of the line, right? These top 10 men, right? The top 10 men got everything you want, everything, and then these top 10 men have been doing you dirty, wrong, right? None of y'all, well, I can't say none of y'all, but a lot of y'all didn't have 10 boyfriends, okay? You didn't have 10 boyfriends. Did you? That's a lot of boyfriends. I don't know. I was married for a long time. Boyfriends? Back in the day when they was doing boyfriend, right? You know? Nowadays, I'm like, what? It's 1999 since I had a girlfriend and boyfriend. We don't do that no more, right? Y'all just hooking up. Anyway, let me mind my business. We talking about boyfriends and stuff like that. Oh, 10. So you passed 90 guys and said all of them did you dirty. Now, come on. I want you to reason with me, my friend. I want you to reason with me. How could all men be bad when you passed the 90? You didn't pick nobody in the middle of the line, in the back of the line, right? You picked the top 10, a couple of them, and you blame everybody in line. That is kind of like what's going on nowadays. And it took once I realized that, the light bulb went on. Oh, I was like, oh, it's not everybody. It's the niggas. I was thinking, oh, excuse me, I'm not gonna say that word no more. It's these ninjas I was picking. Right? Because I had to deal with my issues. Once I started dealing with my issues and I started working on myself, I was like, oh, y'all don't even exist to me no more. Those 10, whatever it is. See, the thing about it, that changes. See, in high school, 10% will be the senior. Come on, Ruth. You better preach now. 10% will be the senior, will be the guy with the leather jacket. Doesn't it? I'm gonna give you that jacket, damn it. Right? The girls his age did not want him for nothing, but you younger, you was a freshman, he was a senior, he had the leather jacket, he was captain of the football team. Ruth, why, Ruth, why, Ruth? Anyway, gotta stay on my conversation. There's something all the way fast forward, to the guy in that is the top of their career, 45 plus, and doing very well with a nice car. Y'all always looking for prestige and title and all of these things. And then you say, why did he do me like that, Ruth? I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to move on. All you got to do is pick a different type of person. Like I said, make that connection on emotional. Shut your eyes, madam. Shut your eyes. Open your heart. And you'll start picking better men. But you, based off your eyes, it's not going to work. Willingness, okay. The red pill. Okay. Red pill, basically, the definition is the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life changing truth. All right. I thought red pill meant something totally different, but is that is the definition of it from based off of the movie, right? The Matrix. The blue pill is ignorance, and the red pill is a truth that you did not think was there, believed, or anything. You did not see this one coming. But now that you open your eyes to it, you can't go back to seeing things the other way. That's the whole concept of red pill. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, right? So, but one content creator made it like crystal clear what red pill was about. He said understanding female nature, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. However, what they're doing is 100 women in line, again, 100 women in line, the top 10 women, the baddies, the Instagram girl. You're basing all the women, none in the middle, none in the back, that don't look the way you want her to look, or that don't have what you want her to have, or a little more masculine than you like. All right. You blaming all the women and saying that it's female nature to be this way, right? It's female nature to be a gold digger, to be promiscuous, all these different things that they, whatever they believe, based off the those top 10 women, and saying that everybody has the same thing. Every woman is different. Every woman is different. Every man is different. They do have things in common. They do have there's things that keep us in the club route. I mean, club women and club men. That's true. But you can't blame the bad behavior. This is my issue with the red pill community. You taking the bad behavior of some women and putting it on all women. It's not true. Every woman is not a cheater. Every woman is not. There's a lot of good women out there, but y'all like, oh no, and she don't. When they start getting, I could tell like if you're not dressed the part, if you're not a certain kind of way, right? They're gonna treat you like you're not that big of a deal. They're not gonna say that to your face, but their actions is gonna act like that. But those girls that's acting, looking a certain way, there's a reason, ladies. It's the reason, ladies, why they picking the Instagram models, because they have the look of the feminine woman, but they have none of the behaviors of a feminine woman. So when you have a feminine woman and the look that the men like together, that woman is an anomaly. I know it's not that many out there that's going to do it all. And women look and they're just like, why she wearing a dress today? Why she acting like this today? She just thinks she all that. And some women don't want to put themselves out there because they don't want to get treatment from other women. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. You don't want to get treated badly. So you put your little frumpy outfit on. You keep your work clothes on a little too much. Don't get dressed up. You think it's dressing up. I'm not doing too much for these men. I'm not a pick me. And then you like, well, why can't I get a husband? Why can't I? These guys, I was watching Love is Blind, and he was like, I love this too. He was like, he was not the cutest of cute guys, right? But he's like, yes, that's it. The girl was hot, okay? Top to bottom, beautiful, amazing looking girl. And she worked out. We can't talk about working out. Y'all gonna beat me up. She worked her butt off. She did Pilates. I'm like, oh, I want to do Pilates now. So her body was spectacular. And he's like, yup, be that girl and see how much men will do with you. Come on, Ruth. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up, Ruth. Be that girl. Shape your body right, my friend. Okay? Look good every day. Smell good every day. Be kind and sweet. And then the thing, she had the nerve. She had the nerve to say, oh, I want to learn the Nigerian culture. I want to wear. She touched my little heart. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting emotional right now. She touched my little heart because I'm like, that is it, boo. That's it. I love you. Do something that interests the man nowadays, which are misandry behinds. Why would I do that for a man? Why would I? He gonna pay these bills. Him like the sorriest behavior. We are exhibiting and clapping for the sorriest behavior, which you gotta be careful because when it's your daughter, I ran into somebody today. He's so wrong. Mind you, my today my dress is to my calf. Okay, it's long. He was like, "Look at you all grown up." Wrong. One of my brother's friends. Looking like a model. And I was like, I have kids. I was like, why did I throw my kids here? I said, kids my height, Like just to let y'all know, your girl's not a baby no more, right? I was the little sister. And he was just like, you know, if your brother wasn't no, let me stop. um, but my point is if you look the part and you act the part and you're feminine and you're open and you're friendly, even though she was like a little hesitant because she wasn't feeling him physically and then she grew into it, the attraction builds. She was being very smart about the whole situation. I'm sorry. Even though she was pulling back, she was just being herself and eventually she was into him. And my point is, guys want that girl. They all want a 10. They all want a 10. Okay. On a regular day, you're a 6. Can you get yourself closer? Can you and you know when you dressed up, you look like an 8. You got your makeup together, your natural makeup, because you know they don't like all of that. Stuff where you put a red lip on that with it. I be seeing they scrutinize. She don't got no fake lashes on. I'm like, when I don't want to, I won't. But my point is, try to get yourself to a higher number and see how they treat you, sis. See how they do it. But the reason why you're not getting the results is they don't feel like the need to be rolling out the red carpet when you're not something that they like, wow, this is her. But this is hers, they're getting treated very well. She's like, that girl that I was telling you about, she's like, guys just do whatever I want. I've never really been that interested. See, she does the work on herself. She constantly working out. She constantly getting better. She's constantly growing. And she gets to pick who she wants to be with. And even the guy that rejected her with not seeing her because she messed up a little bit, not listening to him, he came back and was like, now that I see you in person, ooh. And she was like, no, I'm good. She got a chance to reject him. So I'm giving you the secrets. Giving you the secrets. Okay. So we can't fight evil with evil, guys. Only good can overcome evil. But right now, what we have is the men want to be evil to the women, and the women want to be evil to the men. It's not everybody, because everybody's not participating in dating and stuff. But it's a lot of hate going on, and we need to chill with all of that. All right, let's talk about misandry. Kill all men was a hashtag. You can't say kill all women. You can't even beat a woman. You can't say beat one woman, even though she deserves. I ain't saying the women deserve it, but some of y'all be really beating these men up. Now I'm gonna just turn my head now if you keep on messing with them. um, Kill all men was a hashtag, and they said it was women attempting to cope with their trauma. Y'all find a way to blame men for everything. It is really annoying and it's really unattractive. Thank God I'm not a man. Like I can't put up with half the stuff that the men do. I don't. They have this patience that I give them a lot of credit for. I give them a lot of credit for the patience that they have. Good job. Right. Man, I'm sorry, but a lot of guys like you could be really bad-ish crazy, and they be like, I'm sticking with her. I'm like, I was watching Bling Empire. Look, your girl got time to watch TV a little bit. Yay. And he was like, yeah, the girl was like, oh my gosh, I want a bigger house. Hey Judith. She says, hi Ruth. She's being a whole brat. A whole brat. I want a bigger house. He's like, she's crazy, but the love's there. I'm not going nowhere. And he tolerates it and he deals with her. Men are patient with these women. If you look the way he wants you to look, and there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody. There was the one of the girls on the show who was not the hottest looking chick, but still a guy. Because these guys, They just give me the girl I can just be with. Just give me one girl I can consistently be with. Just give me that girl. And he's like, you the best thing since sliced bread. And everybody was like, you sure? They was like, she was giving best friend vibes. Like, they're like, she's not cute. And he was like, I just love her. You are just amazing. You're just the best thing in my life. She got the personality. She had a great personality. So be that. But when you have the personality, like you could be, that's what I'm trying to say. Like y'all could have beautiful, like smart, fun. But then you say, I hate men. It's like, come on, shut up. Shut up. Are you kidding me? That don't make no sense. You know when you say you want to get married, but you hate all men, you know you're going to marry men, right? Fix your face. Because my face is like this. I'm confused. This is my confused face. Sorry. Why are you saying the stuff your friends are saying? If you're like, yeah, that's why I can't stand men. Oh, that's another one. That's why I can't. We're gonna bring all this BS. We're gonna unroll that carpet that y'all rolling stuff under and cleaning the carpet today, honey. You're gonna get that vacuum, suck all those things out. I want you to eliminate these phrases. How you ever gonna get a good man that comes to you and says, you know what? I don't just like you, man. I adore you. Like you're amazing. But you just said I hate all men, except for my dream guy. I like him. I like him though. Oh, but you're being rude to every man that approaches you. Yeah, but when the right one comes, I'm gonna know. No, you're not gonna know. Because he's not gonna come in a package that you think he's coming in. Mr. Cobb says daddy issues. Exactly. These are all things that you need to get help for. What are you so mad at men for? You do have daddy issues. Thank you for bringing that up. Whatever, because the thing about it is you would never have an issue. Let's say your dad was good to you, your brothers were good to you, men were good to you. You would never have that thought in your mind that men are bad, right? So now when you go to pick the first couple guys, this is the issue. You pick the first couple guys, it works out. You pick a good man because that's what you're used to. You wouldn't be saying all this stuff. But you, because you had those daddy issues, picked a guy that was not right for you. And now you kept picking, and then boom. Now all men are trash. Come on, bro. Sis, come on. All right, I'm gonna get to y'all men in a second. Don't worry, women. This is not a lashing just for the women. The men are gonna get it too. Don't worry. But how can that be a hashtag to say kill all men? Like, why are we joking like this? Like, and what's up with our society? Y'all like it's giving toxic vibes that y'all want to say kill all whatever, or y'all want to show somebody murder online. Like I've never ever shared one person getting killed on my timeline. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A dead person, or like if it's negative, I'm not posting that stuff. Y'all so used to you, just like the foot model at what's the foot model at what's the thing where the girls get the money for being naked. It's the something. I'm sorry, what's it called again, y'all? You know what I'm talking about. The girls make money online now. And you want to be a foot model at first. And next thing you know, you slide your little skirt. You're like, this money too easy. And now next thing you know, you're stripping, sis. He says, but men also have daddy issues as well, but that's never talked about. Men having daddy issues. Yeah. And I wonder how that affects their relationships. Well, then that means they'll never know how to really treat a woman. Like I saw this meme, and the dad was giving the wife flowers, and the son was giving the wife flowers, and the other part of it was the dad was yelling and saying bad things about her, and the son was saying bad things about her. Ooh, I know people like that. I know people like that. So meaning that the son does what the father shows him. And if the dad's not around, so that's why fathers are so important to be around, because they help the daughters and the sons know how to be in relationships. All right. So when y'all say stuff like kill all men, it's like they say the bad jokes, and they could say they say bad jokes, and then women say bad jokes, and then they say, oh, he can take it. He can take it. Like I was honest with you guys. I said I didn't think that you know, hey, you good night. I didn't think that men had feelings. The way I didn't think that they I didn't. You'll be fine. Like in the movies, he take his coat off. That's when I knew. I said, "Oh shoot, you cold?" I was like, "Y'all get cold." Cause the movie said that y'all don't get cold. Like you a man, you're not supposed to get cold. And I was like, oh, y'all get cold. Y'all human? Oh, I don't think that was my younger self. I don't think that the grown women in their 40s and 50s, because at that point it's like, listen, man, you should know better by now. Okay, if you should know better by now. And y'all still think that men don't have feelings and that they want to just do stuff just because you're a woman and you taking advantage of him is okay? Where did you get that from? You don't like it when they, the do unto others as you want done to you thing. I don't kind of take that at heart. And I even take it at heart with kids. I'm like, if my jacket is on, my son's jacket better be on. Y'all better not be having my no. They was like, Mom, I think you like the boy a lot. Okay. I just like, no, you're not, it's whoever's the baby. I'm defending the baby to the end, right? So they used to think my baby girl was the favorite. And then they see how I act with the baby boy. Now they don't take it personal. All right. So what I want you to know, ladies, is that hating men attracts more bad men in your life. Stop passing the 90 good men, or if it's not 90, 70 good men, whatever. Still good men out there that you think just because they don't look a certain way, they don't act a certain way. In our black community, if you cannot just be a man. You gotta act like the coolest guy in the room. You can't even be yourself, right? If you're not all those things, if you have different interests, then you're weird. All of these things y'all put on these guys, and they're like, guys gonna be guys, they're gonna be themselves. It's one thing you need to know. They're gonna be themselves, or they're gonna be a super follower, which looks like a leader. He got the latest this and the latest that. But in my mind, that's a follower because who said that? Somebody was like, yeah, such and such is the trend. He said, I set the trend. I said, that's what I'm talking about. that's a leader. He said, I set the trend. What trends? I set the trends. But y'all want the guy that follows all the trends and act like he's that dude instead of a guy who does his own thing, who's the real leader. That's why the nerds become the CEOs of the future, who's the real leader, who's doing their own thing, and they're making a living off of it. But I'm gonna leave that alone. You keep attracting these men with the bad, like your words have power, so you're gonna keep attracting them. You're gonna keep attracting. You're gonna, I really am seeing when you say live by the sword, die by the sword. That's in the Bible. So if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When David wanted to go build the temple, God was like, "Listen, David, love you and all." And that was God's man. Okay, he was like, "My guy, you killed too many people to be putting your hands in my business. You can't be building up my plat." He had to. This man had to take money, put it to the side just so that somebody else can build the temple. His son built the temple because he was a killer. And God was like, nah, right? So you need to fix yourself to attract better men. Fix yourself, fix your daddy issues, fix whatever issues that you have going on with yourself, your childhood issues. Everybody has something that went down, right? So go fix those things. Love yourself. Don't be like the girl that's mad because girls is hotter than her and then don't have bad self-esteem at the same time. Don't be like her. You're putting somebody in a horrible position. She's messing up her dream relationship because she couldn't keep herself in check. And what did she do? You need to pick up that pen. Oh, you dropped your clothes on the floor. Oh, you're nagging this man to death. And he's like, yo, I like you. You're a really cool person. He's a fun person, but he don't want to be with a nag. And it's like you're sabotaging yourself. So when you say, oh yeah, he did me wrong, he didn't, like, maybe he was doing that little retaliation thing I told you they do when they quietly rebel, and maybe he took it out that way. And that's why guys always, it clicked for me. It click, 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 click. That's why guys always say, well, what did you do? Because they know about the thing called retaliation. Look at me being right twice a day, broken clock. It's true. What did you do? Not to say that you make him cheat, but you drive him away with certain kind of behaviors. That makes sense. And I didn't say, oh, they're gonna cheat anyway. That's another one. They gonna cheat anyway. Why do anything nice for a man? Look at this mentality. Because you're not gonna build any wealth. Women, y'all crack me up. You're gonna build a whole bunch of wealth. When you millionaires, I laugh because I just be like, let me see if you save and invest and do the right thing with the money with a man not around. No, because the ones that's really making the money, number one, they too loud. When I started making money, I was like, first I was like, I made money, y'all, and then I was like, shut up, because they keep asking you for this and that. Don't tell them no more, Ruth. I was like, this is different. People are now asking me. I was like, I know, I'm still the broke one. Don't come ask me for nothing. So the money doesn't stay unless you have some logical thinking. That's why you still need a man when you're a millionaire as a woman. And so y'all gonna build wealth without men? Y'all gonna pass if you build the wealth, where's the father of your child to pass on the wealth and to have generational wealth? It's not making sense. Y'all think that y'all can and you can, but it's not the best plan. Live your whole life, make a whole bunch of money, and I don't need a man. Because I want material things more than a man. Oh my God. I'm lost. He says it's sad to say, but this is call me Mr. Kyle. It's sad to say, but this new era of society is dangerous. Thank you. And heartless things that used to have meaning no longer hold the same value, like marriage and genuine love. All you see promoted now is divorce. We need a moment of silence for that comment, okay? Because it's true. It's heartless. It's crazy. Matter of fact, some things I just be like, what's going on? Before I got on here, my whole computer went down. And I was just like, that's an indication of something don't want to be talked about because we're talking about hatred. Why do you have it? And if you recognize it, and I say, wait, why do you want to get divorced? Why are you so happy to get divorced? You think it's cute? You think it's a freaking fad? You think you get, oops, my bad. I'm gonna go back to him if I want to. That's something serious. You just said, well, the rest of my life, that life is over. Let's do another one. Redo. And let's get married again. Why? Maybe because, I don't know, Kardashian got married 3 times on TV. So y'all think it's cute. Or J Lo did it or whatever. But some of the women don't even want to get married nowadays. And that's another thing. But now I'm realizing, hey Kenson, how are you? He says, good afternoon. I'm realizing the mom when I was talking to men, like getting my research. Let's call it research because y'all swear I be talking to a whole bunch of people I don't. But I do get my research in, okay. But I realized their mothers got married again and again and again every time. Now it's not like that no more. Yep. So like I said, you can't say I hate men and then be like want to get married to one. Like, don't ever get married if you're gonna say I hate men. It just you may not even say it, but you act like it. And sometimes women do things in like groups, and it's just like I know this is your girlfriend group. I get it, but you might have to walk away from them so you can get the life that God has for you. I mean, but you're gonna need to be bold to do that. But y'all want to be leaders though. Well, guess what? Leaders make hard decisions. So don't tell me you want to be a leader when you can't make the decision to cut off people that is holding you back, that are holding you back. Yeah, TV shows capitalize of celebrity marriage and they make it the focal point of a season. Yep. 1 to 2 years later, they divorce. Exactly. It's a joke. It's a joke. You don't know how to handle conflict, you know, and you just automatically think the other side is wrong. It's not true. It's not true. And it's always the man like, come on back, wife. So that's why I have to deal with the women. And the women get mad, like, you keep blaming us. Well, I don't know where to start. Y'all want to start the moral compass? We did that show. Y'all wanna get this right? So y'all can be like, look, we have good standards and morals and principles now. Now y'all can come on and marry us. That's what they waiting for, ladies. Try it and see if I'm right. Try it and see if I'm right. They don't want to see you walking around with tassels on. They don't want to see you twerking. They don't want to see all of these things and then say, well, I still deserve to be a wife. All these strippers coming out talk about why can I get married? It's laughable. Are you kidding me? You thought that this y'all, okay, this is the analogy for me. It's like when drug dealers get mad when they gotta go to jail or they get shot. It was part of it, sis. bruh. It was part of the deal. You want to live that lifestyle, right? So if you want to keep shaking your behind, the guys are not going to marry you, ma'am. They're not going to. They're not. He said 100. Thank you. They're just not. That's not what they're looking for. Oh, look at my wife. Look at her shaking her butt. Oh, look at her nails. You like that left nipple with that right one? Let me get that test for you, baby. Come on, are you kidding me? Y'all know how possessive these men are. They be like, you better change that. Do them boys like they used to do you. Here's the problem with that statement. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Hey, Kevin. Y'all know what I'm saying. Hold on. 4%. Oh, man. So if you do them boys, but that's not the same boy. Like the girls would take that and be like, yeah, I'm doing these guys like they did me. But it was now you picking from the other up. You it's like the girls started good. They was dealing with the bad boys because you know good girls like bad boys, right? And now they turn into bad girls and they start polluting the good boys, the good guys. He says, hey, Miss Ruth, how you been? I've been good, thank you. That's when you get the girls cheating because somebody cheated on them. So you want to mess with Pookie and Ray Ray. He cheated on you. Now you want to cheat on the good guy. Now the good guy want to come back and say, that girl cheated on me. Girls are horrible. You see how the cycle goes? Tell me I'm wrong. He's looking stunning always. Thank you. I appreciate it. We got to get rid of the hate. They would never get away with saying kill all women. I'm moving on. Let's get to the men. Misogyny. Ooh, I got to go. All right. So I looked up misogyny and it says blatant violence. But you know, misogyny is the hatred of women, right? But when it's the hatred of women, they actually are hitting you. He said, "My pleasure, thank you." Um, it's like when men take a man at his word, but not you. Like if you're a woman, like they're like, "Oh yeah, as long as a man said it, then I'll respect that." But I don't respect no woman. Like that's misogyny, right? Or a lot of cases where because I'm a woman, that's X, Y, and Z. Because I'm a woman, not like logical things, but because I'm a woman, they treated me a certain kind of way. That's misogyny. I had to look that up. So a lot of this red pill content, it goes. Some of it is right about female nature, and then there's a line that they cross. Some of the content creators, and then they just go all crazy because a lot of them don't believe in marriage. But if you watch Red Pill and Kevin Samuels, he promoted marriage. That's the difference. So how can I say it's bad for the community? You're talking to women such a lot of the times, if you're behind the scenes, I'll be on the phone like, hey lady, get it together, okay? You're not supposed to treat your husband like that, all right? I'll be doing it. So what you gonna say? I hate women? No. And they're like, you know what, you're right. That's when they realize when they're wrong. So anybody talking to you and correcting you hates women. Y'all gotta stop that. There's a difference. You're gonna know misogyny when you like sexual harassment, excluding women from stuff, right? So my point is genders need to work together, not they don't need to fight each other. It doesn't make sense to fight each other. We gotta have humility. We gotta be like, you know what? Humility, the definition of it is a modest or low view of one's own importance, right? You don't think you're so. Remember, I started this conversation about the pride that we as women have because we can't accept that we're wrong sometimes, right? There's a whole if you start saying women are right, like men are like yeah women are right, right? That's they just hear it all the time. Well, you always right, right? This is the assumption of every argument that I'm right, even though when I'm wrong. Like, do you know how crazy that is? If I said, if the GPS said you got to make a right, but I'm saying you should make a left because I feel like it's a left, but you know it's supposed to be right. But because I'm a woman, you want to go the way I said, even though it's wrong. And then we'll be at loss. You're like, what happened? What you mean what happened? You were supposed to be right, right? Be actually right. And then I'll listen to you, woman. And if he has an idea, if it opposes yours, you're just like, you're wrong because you're a man. Another one. We caught another mindset that you have to shift. Okay, accepting the truth. You got to accept the truth that you're not always right and that the other side, the opposite sex, has something to offer. Women don't think that men have anything to offer besides their wallet. That's it right there. That's why you already lost because you think it's his money. It's not his money. You know how I know it's not his money? Let a man go to work and then don't come home and then be out. You need his presence. You need his compliments. You need his validation. You need, just companionship. A lot of things that men bring, but why is it? You take them for granted and you don't value those things. You take those things for granted and you don't value those things. But if the women are humble and say, you know what, I don't know everything. I would love a man to teach. When women say, teach me something, the men be like, what? I know, because I said it. I was getting a bunch of like, yo, what you say about that? I like that. You know, I like a man who could teach me something. And when he actually can do it, like I had a guy talk around for an hour because I said, I was like, bro, please stop, please. Well, and it's like, bro, he was like 50. He was like, I think he was actually 50. The first man that didn't lie about his age is 50. I mean, he used to be fine. I don't know, he was fine because I didn't mean the person, but um, he was trying to impress a younger woman now. Like women, we always winning. As long as you look good, you're gonna be winning, sis. That guy's trying to impress a younger woman. We're always like they want to have us in their lives, but we keep saying, and here's the final one, I don't need a man. You know what? Another one I'm gonna throw in for a bonus. It's okay. I'll just die alone. These men out here, they messed up. They're gonna lose the real one. I used to say that. He said, but the traditional man is almost extinct, being able to lead. Yeah, we gotta, and that's what I realized. Traditional men, they don't want to. They're not traditional no more. They're actually modern. So now that makes you think, okay, we got a modern version of a woman, and we have a modern man. And the way society's set up, you can't just pay one person can't just pay all the bills. Bottom line, we both need humility. You do not go into a marriage. This is marriage talk for grown people, for grown folks. If you don't want to get married, don't even listen to me because I'm not the one for you. Go listen to somebody that tells you, don't get married, don't get married, have your kids with 5 baby mamas. That's a better plan than thing. Either way, ain't you gonna be on child support, son? That might be half your stuff. You ain't got no money. You have enough of them on child support, sir. That's almost 50. I don't know. I don't know the math. All right. If you don't go in a relationship saying, I'm going to serve this person, that's leadership. I'm going to serve this person. Servant leadership. If you don't have that, you're not ready for one. And you're not going to have success until you get that mindset. Because you're like, I'm leaving now because I'm not getting what I need from you. You're not giving me enough, so I'm leaving. Have you given enough though? That's the question. Kenson said this is a good topic, hate versus humility. Yes, thank you. We got to stop hating and we have to start having humility. I have to go, so daycare about to close. Thank you so much for watching. Ruth and relationship, Ruth and relationship. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and relationship show. Bye. Leave your comments below. I'm watching. I will comment back. Bye. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye.